Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks, back with your best bets from Major League Baseball here for you today on Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. MLB player props, run lines, totals, NRFI's here for you today. 5 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cap made now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. You guys absolutely rock. Big day today in baseball, guys. Hopefully the weather holds up for us and we can get some great action in today. Like I said, 5 picks in the video, so we got a loaded slate today. And we will also have our For the Sweep Parlay as well, which we'll risk a 1/10 of a unit on as well. So stay tuned for all that. Quick recap from yesterday. Ended up being a great day in baseball for us. 3-1 plus 1.86 units yesterday in Major League Baseball. We love to see it, guys. We cashed Aaron Judge over 1.5 bases, guys. I know it's simple stuff, but you bet on the best players sometimes. And Judge once again comes through. We love to see it, guys. Judge is an absolute machine. And hopefully there'll be more on that later. Stay tuned. We had Eric Fetty under 17.5 outs. We had it parlayed with a Dingler hit. Dingler didn't play. He got scratched. Fetty was still plus money, though, just by himself. It was plus 100 for him to go under 17.5 outs, and that ends up cashing and pitches 5 innings. The Tigers got to him. Love to see that. And obviously a pretty solid cash. So then we also cashed the NRFI in the Reds-Pirates game. That one was pretty sweaty, but it did end up getting there. So obviously that locked us in for that 3-1 day. So love to see it, guys. Great day. And honestly, I only missed a day. Ryan Weathers under 14.5 outs. I honestly thought it was still a great play. The Cubs had multiple base runners and a lot of innings. He got a couple double plays there. And ended up getting pulled at the 15-out mark. So it's not like I thought Weathers was a bad play. And then the following inning, when they took him out, the Cubs absolutely exploded and ended up scoring 14 runs. If you looked at the final score, you would have thought Weathers pitched like 3 innings because the Cubs ended up scoring 14. So I didn't think it was a bad play at all. It's just one of those things, just a little bit unfortunate. On a couple of those double plays in particular. I think he was close to getting pulled in the 5th. If Happ had just gotten on base like it was Happ, I think he might have gotten pulled there. So just a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay, guys. As far as our comic cappers from yesterday, we had Justin McKelvey calling the over 8.5 in that Cubs-Marlins game. Obviously, the Cubs cashed that by themselves. And then Lip Picks calling the Braves team total under 4.5 runs. Cashes that as well. Great call-outs there from our comic cappers. We love to see it, guys. Couple other quick things, guys. Check out our NBA Best Bets video coming. It'll be following this video. It'll be around 12:30 to 1 o'clock. Hopefully closer to 12:30 Eastern time is the goal. So make sure you guys are looking out for that. And then also check out the pinned comment in the description as well for any links you need here at the channel in relation to merchandise, membership, and social media. All those links are down below there. Membership just $3.99 for the entire month. You get access to all of our picks and our plays early. So I had the picks here posted, obviously for our MVPs, in advance of the video. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. All right, without further ado, guys, it's time to get after it. It's time to get this sweep in Major League Baseball. Great day yesterday. Let's keep that momentum rolling over into today. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, where do you think we're going? We're going Aaron Judge over 1.5 bases here for the New York Yankees, plus 140 odds on Fanatics. You guys will recall in a lot of the videos in the last week, I've been saying we're going to be looking to take Aaron Judge quite a bit. Well, here we are again today. Especially if you're going to give me this type of value. And like I said, I don't care who he's up against. I really don't. He's up against Jacob deGrom today, who's obviously one of the game's best pitchers. He's starting to find his form again. He's obviously been very good. But deGrom is on the road here today. This isn't just a spot where I'm like, well, if this was in Texas, maybe I don't take this. But this is in New York. So obviously, deGrom under the spotlight, it's going to be a little bit different. The pressure is going to be a little bit different there. And I think when he comes up to face Judge in particular, these two are going to want to go at each other. So I got Judge more often than not, winning any battle against anybody, right? That includes Jacob deGrom. He has a career 1 for 5 off of deGrom in his career. Not a lot of history there, but Judge is locked in right now, guys. Judge, like I said, hit his 2 bases line in 70% of his games this season, 72% now in home games this season for Aaron Judge. So obviously, I'd love to see that. And I think here, once again, this is going to be a great spot here for him. deGrom allowing a .250 batting average on the road with a 4.4 ERA. So that's what I mean on the road. It's a little bit different for Jacob deGrom. He's not in his comfortable spot at home. And if this gets to the bullpen, obviously, we saw Judge crack the home run off the bullpen yesterday. So the Rangers are 16th in bullpen ERA, so they're very hittable. I think you could see Judge do that once again. We got Judge 16 of his last 20 games to this line. Like we previously mentioned, guys that we've mentioned over the last week, this dude is just matchup proof. When you're hitting over 400, you're hitting everybody. He's not discriminating against any one pitcher. He's like, hey, this is just business. And especially, you're looking at the value though, right? This isn't even just 1-to-1 value. This is almost 1.5-to-1 value. When you're talking about plus 140, you're talking about, that's tremendous value on a guy to get 2 bases, obviously, and it's something that, I'm always going to take on Aaron Judge, guys. Like I said, regardless of the matchup, I think he's going to have a great day today. So, love it there for number 1 pick, guys. We're going Aaron Judge over 1.5 bases here for the New York Yankees, plus 140 odds on Fanatics. Kane at number 2, another familiar play. We got Tomoyuki Shigano over 17.5 outs, parlayed with Jackson Holliday of the Orioles to get a base hit for plus 155 odds on Fanatics. This is a 2-leg parlay. Both players play on the Baltimore Orioles, so make sure you guys look at that. Love this play today, though, guys. We took Shigano last time, and he got us the 6 innings that we need. He got us to 18 outs. Unfortunately, we had Gunnar Henderson to get the hit, and he did not get a hit. I thought about going with Henderson again. For what it's worth, I think you could definitely do that. I was torn between Jackson Holliday and Henderson. I'm not going to really let the past, dictate how I go about my betting. I love going for the plus value, guys. And I think here, I love both these guys today. Shigano, 4-3, 3.08 ERA, 1.03 whip this season, 2.66 road ERA, a 193 batting average allowed. So very solid there from Shigano. He's 5 of his last 6 to this line. Like I said, we backed in his last start to success, but he's gone 5 of his last 6 games to this line. And I think the Orioles are going to look to get some length here out of him in this start. They used 4 bullpen pitchers yesterday. So I see the Orioles looking to get a little bit of length here out of Shigano and try to get him 6 innings. Obviously, he's been pretty good of late doing that. And he's got a solid matchup today. The Brewers 7th worst in batting average versus right-handed pitching. So I think he could get us the outs that we need. He's a guy that, like I said, with that low whip, he's going to make you put the ball in play, which we love to see that. And hopefully we can get some quick outs and, obviously get us through 6 innings today. Hopefully it brings his A game today, guys. Jackson Holliday, 7-game hitting streak, batting .344 in that span. So we'd love to see that. 286 batting average this season versus right-handed pitching. So obviously he's been pretty solid. He's really turned it on of late. He's up against the starter Patrick today of the Brewers, allowing a .282 batting average to lefty bats. So love to see that as well. So obviously, hopefully, Jackson Holliday gets this done early. So I'm not going to be feeling bad when this dude, when we start getting pressure on him to get a base hit. Hopefully, he can get this done here early for us. So love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, we're going Tomoyuki Shigano over 17.5 outs. Parlay with Jackson Holliday to get a base hit. Plus 155 odds here on Fanatics. Kane at number 3, we're going with the Atlanta Braves. First 5 innings, minus .5 run line. Parlayed with Marcell Ozuna to get a base hit. Plus 145 odds here on Fanatics. Risking a unit on this one. Once again, I love just putting these hit guys in there. Bump up that value just a little bit. But both these are obviously the Braves. First five is the Braves, and then Ozuna plays on the Atlanta Braves as well. But love the spot here, guys, for the Braves to bounce back versus the starter Trevor Williams, who has not been very good so far this season. Trevor Williams, 2-5, 5.19 or 5.91 ERA, 1.53 WHIP this season. Over his last 7 games, he's gone 1-5. So what does the 1-5 tell you? He's getting negative decisions, meaning he's giving up runs, and his team really isn't backing him enough. So obviously, the team that's playing against him generally is covering the minus 0.5 run line in the first 5 when you're getting the decision. So obviously, I love to see that, and I think here we're in a prime spot here on the Braves. I think Williams gets absolutely shelled. Smith-Shawver, I think, is going to do enough for us today to get us through the first 5 innings. He's obviously pretty solid. But really, this is mostly a bet against Trevor Williams. I think Trevor Williams gets shelled today. Like I said, with that 5.91 ERA, 1.53 WHIP this season, 5.48 home ERA, 309 batting average allowed this season. This guy has been absolutely getting hit this season. And the Braves are 10th best in average versus right-handed pitching, so you like to see that. So obviously that's why we like the Braves so much. And they lost yesterday, which I think indicates more they're going to come out a little bit more focused, a little bit more ready to go. And then on the other side, Marcell Ozuna to get a base hit. He's done this in 60% of games this season. 14 of his last 18 games versus the Washington Nationals, he's gotten hit. So you like to see that. He's a career 11 of 35 off the starter Trevor Williams today with a 314 batting average. Ozuna batting 279 versus right-handed pitching this season. So you like to see that. Great splits there. And obviously, I think this is going to cash. Love, once again, the plus value we're going for. We're going for it, guys. Today is, obviously, you guys have seen over the last week. We've kind of changed our style. And I think it's really been working for us. I really like going with this plus value. It's exciting. And it obviously gives us an opportunity to make some really solid money on the day. Even if we have just like a 3-2 day, we can end up like up 2 units with the way we have our bet structured. So I personally love that. I think that's the way we want to do it going forward. So, love that, guys. For number 3 pick, we got the Braves. First 5 innings, minus 0.5 run line, parlayed with Marcell Ozuna to get a base hit, plus 145 odds on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 4, we got the Seattle Mariners. Chicago White Sox NRFI bet here. No run first inning, minus 118 odds on BetMGM. Risking a unit here. We got Evans going for the Mariners, 2-1. 2.57 ERA, a pretty high whip of 1.52 this season. Obviously, that's not something we love. A .82 rota ERA this season so far. On the other side, Shane Smith going for the White Sox, 1-3, 2.05 ERA, 1.14 whip this season. So obviously, both of our pitchers with sub-3 ERAs, which is what I like. I don't love the whip on Evans. However, is up against the White Sox today, are literally the worst in Major League Baseball versus right-handed pitching with a 214 batting average. So I think Evans can get us through the top half there, or rather through the bottom half. I don't have any confidence in the White Sox, guys. I'm not really overly worried about them. I think we can get through their order there. Mariners 8th worst in batting average versus right-handed pitching as well. So both of these offenses not particularly the greatest versus right-handed pitching. They're batting 235 off of righties, so you like seeing that. And we've seen both these teams not score a first-inning run over the last 3 games, despite them being ranked 8th and 14th in first-inning runs. So the White Sox are 8th, Mariners 14th in first-inning runs. But obviously, I think, I thought when I saw the White Sox near the top in first inning runs early on in the season, I'm like, that's going to come back, way back. They'll probably end up, like 20 or below. I think by the time it's all set and done. Obviously, that offense is nothing scary, guys. The Mariners are on and off. Obviously, with certain guys like Dylan Moore and Julio Rodriguez at the top of that line, sometimes they get hot and they could definitely get first inning runs. But overall, I do like both these teams to not score today. I love that we have 2 solid pitchers on the mound. I think they can get it done for us here today. So love it there for number 4 pick, guys. We got the Mariners, White Sox, NRFI bet here. No run first inning. We're going minus 118 odds here on BetMGM. Okay, and finally, at number 5, we got Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 bases here for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Going minus 110 odds here on Fanatics. Love the look today on Ohtani, guys. Similar concept as Aaron Judge, one of the best hitters in the game with great power on his bat. Obviously, there's a lot to love here with Shohei Ohtani. But in this particular spot, up against the righty Corbin Burnes today, who is a career 4 for 8 off of. So you like seeing that. I think once again we could see Ohtani, obviously, get this done in the first inning. Burnes comes out, throws him a meatball. That's how we need to cash. Like I said, I just like backing the game's best hitters. Sometimes it's simple. This dude's 16 of his last 20 to this line, 6 of his last 7 to this 2 bases line. So obviously he's hitting the ball really well right now. He's batting .311 on the season, slugging .668 this season. So you like to see that. And Corbin Burnes has a tendency to be, a little bit more shaky on the road. A 3.80 road ERA, a .263 batting average allowed on the road. So you like seeing that. And for Ohtani, you also got him slugging .693 versus right-handed pitching. So I like to see that. He slugs better versus righties. His average goes down a little bit, but he slugs better off righties, which is what I want to see. I want to get this done in one plate appearance. I don't want to have to get 2 hits, which could happen, but obviously could happen. But I'd love to just cash this in the first inning. Diamondbacks here, 4th worst bullpen ERA this season. So when this does get to the bullpen after Corbin Burnes, even if he doesn't get a hit, obviously we're going to have possibly a couple of at-bats versus that bullpen. And if Burnes pitches well and the Diamondbacks have the lead, this could go to the bottom of the ninth, so it could go the full 9 at that point. He'll probably get two hits off the bullpen. And if he doesn't pitch well, Ohtani's probably a reason for that, right? So either way, I think there's a good chance we could get, some good at-bats here for Ohtani. He should get at least 4, obviously. Hopefully 5. Hopefully 5 at-bats here for today for Ohtani, and we'll be feeling pretty good. So, love it there, though, guys. For number 5 pick, we got Shohei Ohtani. Over 1.5 bases here for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Going minus 110 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and finally, for our number 6 pick, even though it's not like an official, pick, where the pick goes against the record, the units do. Because it's a 1/10 of a unit we're risking, we're doing for the Sweep Parlay, which is plus 57.94 odds on Fanatics with the boost. So if you have a Fanatics account, you should be getting a 25% Major League Baseball boost. That's what's on there. So keep that in mind. And like I said, we're not going crazy on this, just a little sprinkle. Just a 1/10 of a unit to make almost 6 units. So obviously, this will count towards our units like it did yesterday. We would have been up plus 1.96 units yesterday, but I took the 1/10 of a unit off to make it 1.86. Same concept today, guys. We'll take the 1/10 of a unit off tomorrow, or we'll make 6 units on this parlay, which would be crazy. That would be obviously awesome. So, well, that's it for our picks, though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Apologize for the late video today. I am spent. I had to get a little bit of extra beauty rest here today. I was working pretty hard yesterday. So, if you guys don't know, I work landscaping on the side as another job I do, and I had a huge project I did yesterday, and my body is like, oh. That's how my body feels. So, but happy to get the content out to you guys. Just had to get a little bit extra rest today. My body just couldn't do it, guys. You have those days. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you guys. Check out our NBA Best Bets video coming out later. Outside of that, let's have a big day today, Major League Baseball. I'm hoping all these games play today. I tried to pick games where the weather wasn't going to be too crazy. I didn't really check the Chicago weather. As far as that NRFI bet goes, I think that's the only one where I had questions about the weather now. Let me see. Mariners, White Sox, Braves. Oh, Washington, too. Yeah, so Washington. Let's see. Yeah, well, I think the Yankees game should be good by the time the game plays. So, yeah, hopefully the weather holds up for us. That's all I'm trying to say. And that we have a good weather day, and that the weather clears, and that we can get all these picks in. So, Appreciate you guys, though. Let's have a big day today. Drop your favorite pick below. Outside of that, guys, that will do it for me. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.